Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. I keep finding myself doing these videos because I feel like they'll mean something to somebody besides just me. I'm sitting here having my coffee this morning, and I'm watching Miss Mojo. And she's doing all these best scenes of The Big Bang Theory, which my youngest daughter, Hope, absolutely adored when they were... Of course, you always go see the reruns. And I'm watching through, and they're talking a lot about Sheldon and how... and Sheldon's... during when Jeffries dies, and I can't remember the name of the guy that played the part, but anyway, and Sheldon's telling Leonard that how all the main men in his life had died and left him. And y'all know I talked about this in one of my videos, that at some point in time you will find that everyone that came above you, mom, dad, you know, all your foundation of your family that came before you, your ancestors, your, and even after you get married, your in-laws, maybe you have an in-law or a sister-in-law you're really, really close to, ones that are older than you at any rate, or even aunts and uncles through marriage. You know, you marry a great woman, a great man, and her great aunt becomes like, you're like, man, she's my favorite out of the whole family. You know what I mean? Well, at some point in time, you're going to find that you're the only one left, and everyone below you is your children, grandchildren, you know, some of your family that are on the side, like your sisters, brothers. Some of them will have maybe passed away. And folks, it's always really hard. And I'm just sitting here this morning, and I'm watching that, and I'm going, you know, I have a sister left. That's it. Everyone else are ones that come below me. My kids, my grandkids, sister-in-law, or daughter-in-laws. I do have a sister-in-law, but she's my ex-sister-in-law, and we no longer are close. And I still have a niece and a nephew from her. Even though I got divorced, I still consider them my niece and nephew. As y'all know, my youngest niece, Erin, committed suicide in my house a few weeks after Will passed away. So I'm just sitting here thinking, you know, I went and I moved myself out here thinking I was going to have a new start and everything. I'm in Northern California. Next month May will be a year, folks. And I'm still trying to get on my feet financially. My house is paid for, my car's paid for, but I'm still trying to even get the job at the school going. So, and I got some other things I'm doing, but it's just being slow, long, and drawn out. And now I'm in a place where I'm having a few more realizations of the people that are around me. So some of you may relate to this. You may find yourself in situations like this. I mean, I thought I was doing really great, making some new friends and stuff. And one of my friends said something about somebody else because he paid a little too much for them to give him a ride during the time, my friend Oliver, while his car was broke down. And I started just looking around me, and some of them may see this video at a later date. I don't care. But this morning I got up and I thought, you know, I seem to be just a convenience. I have not been using my discernment. So I've been telling y'all about that, to use your discernment. And this morning I feel like I'm just a convenience for everyone. A ride to the store, you know, a ride to work, a ride here, a ride there. But in the rest of the time, I am sitting here, it's just, why is that thing blowing? Oh, it's from the heater. See it blowing in the wind? That's because I got my little heater down there. So this morning, I guess I'm just feeling kind of sad. I'm feeling like I'm just a convenience to everyone. But you know, I like myself. I like myself. I'm still learning about myself at 59 years old. Are you still learning about yourself? Are you still doing things and saying things, and later you go, you know, do I do that? Do I do that? Do I do this? Is that how I think about things? And the more you discover about yourself, the more you figure out what you like, what you don't like, who you want to be. And even at my age, and I'm a mature adult, I still find things about myself I don't like that I want to change, or thought pattern, mindset. I still find myself sometimes going from over-giving to enabling. I was just talking about in another video. And folks, sometimes it can be really hard to figure out your discernment. So even at my age, I'm still learning lessons. And I really one thing I'm really feeling this morning is the fact that all the people that I know truly love me and have my back, they're all in Mississippi. My daughter-in-law, Courtney, and one of my granddaughters, Adrea, my daughter-in-law, Jill, my best friend, shy. My other best friend, Jen, who recently had eye surgery. Jen has, I forget what the name of it is, but her retinas, it's something to do with her retinas. Her retinas aren't quite attached. She's legally blind. One of the smartest women I know. She has been my best friend for almost 30 years. And she just recently celebrated her 23rd wedding anniversary on April 1st. Yes, she got married on April 1st, April Fool's Day. I was her matron of honor. Happy 23 years, Jen. But at any rate, you sometimes will still find that you have to use your discernment on things. And sometimes when you think you're being kind and helpful, and you're trying to do something to help someone who's gone through something really bad, sometimes you can still find that there's a very fine line between giving, overgiving, and enabling. And sometimes you don't even realize you're overgiving, or now you've slipped into enabling until you wake up one morning and you go, wait a minute. Somebody says one little thing, another piece of the puzzle fits in. And that's what somebody said the other day, was that was the most expensive Uber that they had ever paid. And I thought, gee, I know we're friends. I know this one helps me and this one's helped me, and I'm trying to help them. And I'm looking at the people around me, and I'm going, but I sit here in my camper all by myself all day long. People don't just come over and visit. I'll go over and visit a little bit, but, so it just makes you start, those are the kind of situations I'm talking about, folks, because I don't always take social cues either because of my ADHD. So you have to use your discernment. So, I'm just still learning, and if I'm still learning, you're still learning. And all of us learn at different rates, different levels. Some people, they catch on quicker. Some of us with disabilities, we don't catch on as quick. So if you have a disability and you find yourself, falling into a slot that later, suddenly one day someone says something and you go, wait a minute, that's what I've been doing. Ooh, and then, because once you see it, you cannot unsee it. So I just decided to do this little video. My longer videos don't get too many views, so maybe sometime in the future some people will see this and find some use out of it, or go, oh my God, that's what I've been doing. Because it's so easy to go from being a giver to being an overgiver to actually enabling someone else to, do whatever it is they've been doing, or to become codependent in a relationship. And then you're an enabler, and you enable someone else to keep living out their BS. Like, it's one of the reasons why I moved from Mississippi to California, was to get away from my youngest son. Because at 35, he's still not, and even after I've been here a year, he's still not stepping up to the plate and being responsible for anything. So, and I love him with all my heart, but he just doesn't want to grow up. He acts like he thinks the world owes him something. He's got 2 kids. He doesn't take care of either one of them. So, things happen, and you still have to learn to use your discernment. And sometimes you're going to be wrong. Sometimes you're still not going to realize the difference between giving and helping to being an overgiver and being an enabler. So those are still lessons I'm learning, folks. And if I'm still learning them at 59, maybe some of you will learn those quicker. But somewhere down the line, you'll find out there'll be other things that you didn't learn as fast, because everyone grows and learns different things, different rates. So that's my little message this morning. And you'll have to forgive me about my lip being swollen. I bit my lip yesterday, and it's actually swollen this morning. And of course, I have chapped lips because one day we have snow here. This morning, the sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky. We had snow 2 days ago. It's totally gone. So this was just something I felt like talking about from the heart. And I'm still learning to use my discernment, folks. So this is just a, think about this type of thing. So I love all of you so very much. Lana Scott, if you know anyone else anything in my video that somebody else needs to hear, send it to them. Like, subscribe, and share. Lana Scott, I love all of you so very much. Oh, and please beware scammers. Not just, so far nobody's hit up my channel, but some of my favorite other channels that I like to look at. And I'm not only am I on YouTube, but I love YouTube, but that's my TV. So there are scammers out there. Please beware. Please be careful. Don't let nobody scam your private information, or try to steal your money, or like I had recently happen to me on another channel. Don't let anybody, if someone starts talking to you and says, oh, let's not talk here, let's go talk somewhere else. They're trying to drag you off, online, somewhere else, so they can take advantage of you. First time someone did that to me, I said, well, and the minute he got me off, it was my first time, so I didn't know any better. And he goes, oh, I finally got you over here. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you so excited about that? Well, because he wanted to scam me. But he was new to it, I guess. So, and I talked about that in one of my TikToks. Yeah, I used to have a TikTok account. I'm still on TikTok. Y'all can go and look at those. I had like 250 subscribers. But TikTok just drains every phone I've ever had. TikTok just drains it. So I don't know why their app is so bad. Yeah. So, but anyway, so beware of scammers. I love you guys. Lana Scott Lighthouse. I am Lana Scott Lighthouse.